Earlier this year, when it became clear that Mr. Narendra Modi is going to become India's Prime Minister, he received a phone call from here at 10 Downing Street. It was Prime Minister David Cameron on the line. And Prime Minister, you were one of the first world leaders to speak to Mr. Modi and congratulate him. But I want to ask you, was that the world's most awkward? One thing that you'd like to say to voters from the Indian community, maybe if, you've been to India several times, if you've picked up any Hindi and you'd like to say it to them?
Well, I'll try. Ferek Bar, Cameron Sarkar.
Sadiq Khan, who's now the mayor of London, officially opened the theatre.
Well, I'm really pleased and proud to be here today.
Thank you, Mr. Khan, for doing this interview with us. I want to first speak to you about the Panama Papers.
Firstly, if there was nothing wrong, why not declare them?
Well, with first-hand accounts from those Indian farm workers, here's Rahul Joglekar.
To come and work in fields like this one in Italy, looking for a livelihood. Instead, they get caught up in a web of exploitation and debt. Thousands of Indian soldiers fought and won a war here in France. 2 of them were commemorated today. You're hired. That's possibly how Raj Shah heard about his new job here at the White House. I sat down with him to speak to him about his parents who...
Cash of rupees. Rahul Joglekar from the BBC's Asian network has been meeting Londoners worried about what to do with their leftover money.
These aren't just isolated cases. More than 1 million people of Indian origin live here in the UK.
Network's Rahul Joglekar has been finding out more.
Turmeric powder, it comes from a herb that's commonly found in South Asia. It's an essential ingredient in every curry.
Gathering in local churches for small Christmas congregations. Rahul Joglekar has more.
Rahul Joglekar, how this all came about.
So this was filed by, I just spoke to the 77-year-old petitioner who went to court to file this petition. And
me now is the BBC Asian Network's Rahul Joglekar. You've been following this story quite closely. What are authorities concretely saying about this attack?
Yes, Sophie, this is quite a complicated case, isn't it? I've just been on the phone line. Our top story now, crisis in the north. Jammu and Kashmir government will today take a formal decision on the controversial land transfer to Sri Amarnath Shrine Board. Section of people. But is banning the website altogether the solution to this problem? Well, that's a debate that will go on between people who want to preserve freedom of speech versus those who want to preserve law and order.